Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going through the PR cards that I ordered. I usually just tack these on to the end, so that's why you saw them mixed in with some of that B20, B19 and such. So a lot of these are from, I just started from the bottom. So should be like P01, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember how far in I got, but I was just ordering one of each. There were some missing where there's like the foil versions, or like some of them have store names printed down here apparently. These promo cards, as far as I'm aware, came from a bunch of different spots. Some of them came like within the booster box if you buy a box. Others, if you buy merchandise, sometimes they include them. So there's all sorts of different methods. I'm not completely familiar with where all of these came from, but we'll make our way through. And most of these characters should be from the original anime, as we'll see. Some not. I don't know if I ended up... Okay, yeah, so I think this one here, it's the same like P02-15, but this one here was from a card store, I think. And I can't read that, but I thought it was kind of neat to get one with the actual stamp on it. Same with that. And then I don't know, I don't think it really adds much value, but cool to have at least one from a store, stamped version. Ooh, that's kind of cool. We got some, we'll go back. This will be kind of like a run back to see some weird foiling. And I can't remember off the top of my head if that would like coincide with the third set or not, but we'll take a look through all of these anyway. So when possible, I ordered both the foil and the non-foil versions. I think typically from the promo cards that I've seen, at least the older ones, that's kind of how they did it. It was a non-holo and a holo. I believe all the artworks are separate from the artwork used in the actual sets. I would imagine that the majority of the cards line up and do the same thing as the ones in the set. So here we get a stamped version. I don't know exactly how I'm going to organize these. I might put them, so like P02, I might put it at the back of my binder if there's space, from my B02. Be kind of neat to have them with the corresponding sets. I'm assuming that all the way up, the P number coincides with the B number depending on the set for when it was released. Snake, bone snake. So here we go. We had these like player cards, which are kind of cool. Cool to have promos of the player cards since they're not terribly important, I don't think. I mean, I think you have to have the player card, but I'm pretty sure you only need the one copy. That's more for style points than anything else. So to have the we got ISA there, and these are kind of cool because they're all characters from the original. As I've said before, probably countless times on the channel, I really wish that they would keep making anime for as the story progresses. Even if it's just subtitled, it'd be cool to watch through everything and be able to keep up with it that way. It's a much more entertaining way to do it, in my opinion, and it's cool to see the cards with characters that you recognize from the anime. It kind of gives them more personality. Maybe it's just that I lack imagination, but there's the foil versions of some of those. I don't think we saw her in a non-foil. Oh, dang. Alright, I've seen tramp stamps with wings, but never just wings coming out of the tramp stamp area. Very impressive. Some of those characters I have never seen before, including that the girl with the wings on her back, on her lower back. Pretty cool. And the majority of these, I think later on where you had to buy items and stuff like that, like the body pillows and play mats and stuff like that are probably a lot more expensive than these that were probably more accessible and more widely distributed. So there we have that little stamp again. Not sure exactly what that's from. Again, guys, if just let me know if there's anything that I come across and I have no idea. I'd be happy to hear about it in the comments. I know the guys on the wiki and the wiki Discord are extremely knowledgeable about that stuff, and then a couple people that I've met on Twitter. Very cool. Oh, we get the confetti hollow. It's like a throwback to all the different hollow variations. Our PR cards. That one's cool. And we get the stamp there. So I don't know if there's probably a version without that stamp, I would assume. I don't know, maybe that's based on a store that it was sold from, or if it was included in a magazine or something. Squirrel Girl hollow. We're back to the oh, that hollow is 10 times nicer than the non-hollow. Works really well. Right, we got some winged girls in here. Also extremely disappointed that the PlayStation game is not the actual card game. Still gonna have to try that at some point. I was trying to see if I could translate with my phone's camera, if it would give me enough information to actually play through the game. So I'll have to try that at some point. The capture card. There we go. Interesting. So that was the collaboration. I forget the name of the company or series. Very neat. Oh, here we go. We get Printy Club. So I don't know if that must be a store or something like that. Special version, and then it's gold there, which is cool. I guess this must be also the name of the stamp location. I can't imagine. There's probably many variants of those, if I had to guess. Certain game stores. So tracking them all down might be a huge challenge. It's not really something on my list, but when I saw that there was an inexpensive stamped version, it's like whatever, toss it in. Very cool. At least that's how. It's sort of the same way that I'm treating the Pokemon Master Sets. It's like if I come across something that's like an obscure variant that doesn't matter to most people, and it's a good price or it's part of something else that I'm buying or trading for, then I'll always set it aside, put it at the back of the binder. Kind of neat to have, and maybe eventually once I accomplish the main part of my collecting goals, then that'll be like a side project to try and complete all that really obscure stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. She has a underwater pen. I don't know if that's like the Seinfeld pen where you can write upside down. Space pen, little cotton boys. It almost reminds me of like Digimon as well. Cat. Girl with a double jagged sword thing. And some kind of monster with swords coming out of his mouth and arms. Oh, I guess all his legs too. Crazy centipede with swords instead of legs. We have... Okay, that's just like the foil version. And then God knows how many of these actually have like a store printed version as well. I think all these ones do, but maybe they didn't have them. But I could be wrong on that. That's P03. So I guess that's like a continuation on the other characters' player cards. They probably had one for each, I'm assuming. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Again, if you have any cool facts or information, leave it below. Make sure you subscribe, like, and tune in next time. See you there.